Welcome back to another episode 15 of WCW Nitro. We are on our way to crowd control, and yeah, let's get straight into this episode. First off, we start off with that number one contendership match where the former champion Shane Helms defeats Billy Kidman in 7 minutes and 33 with the Vertebreaker, 55 from both men. Wow, fucking hell. Hold on. Okay. Wow, that really throws me off. Good match, 54 altogether, 32 for the crowd, 55 from the wrestling. A nice, decent match altogether, a good way to start the show. But we also go post-match for a 56, where as Shane Helms is celebrating his win, he is attacked from behind by Jerry using the Cruiserweight title. Once Helms comes up to his knees, Jerry hits him with that big buzzsaw kick straight to the head. Officially now making this a bit more of a one-on-one rivalry altogether between current and former champion. Next, I go backstage where Big Velo is talking to the rest of the FBI about last week, while Little Guido is talking about being overexcited, and that's why he accepted the challenge or whatever. Vader comes running in and knocks all three men over. This gets a 70 as well. This is sick. Johnny the Bull first takes like a big hit, throw into a storage container. Big Vito then attacks Vader from behind, tries to level him up, but Vader just grabs him, chucks him over the same storage container. Little Guido then jumps on his back, but Vader grabs him, throws him all the way over. As Little Guido comes out, he just kicks, picks him up, power bombs him through a door, and takes out all three members of the FBI by himself. Vader just leaving carnage behind him for a absolute 70 banging rating. Yeah, there you go. Even with these three boys in there, though, what a sick rating that is. Next, for a 50, Team Canada comes out. Lance Storm talks about his future title match, saying he will be Booker's hardest challenge yet. Not only because he's the greatest wrestler, but because he will have Mike Awesome by his side as well. Of course, WCW World Heavyweight and United States Champion Booker T comes out saying he is a champion, the champion for a reason. How he has already gone through people with experience like DDP and other people like that, and people who has fire like Juventud. Storm then challenges Booker T to face Mike Awesome tonight, kind of like a bit of like a taster. Booker T accepts, and this makes Booker T and Mike Awesome briefly go face to face. 42 for the part one, 51 for part two. Man, that did not do very well. Building up to their title match and setting up the main event tonight, Booker T versus Mike Awesome. Next, for another 50, where we have Chavo Guerrero Jr. defeating Hugh Morris in 7 minutes 48 by pinfall with a tornado DDT for a 50. 39 from Hugh Morris, that's why I'm not that bothered about him, and a 49 from Chavo Guerrero. He is slowly doing better. Chavo Guerrero is doing all right. I like Chavo. I think he's a good wrestler. So let's give him a win. Let's build him up a little bit, and just see how he goes all together as well. Next, for a 43, we go backstage with the WCW World Tag Team Champions, the Natural Born Thrillers. I've got a feeling I haven't made their storyline. Pilox, I'm going to have to check for this. Where they talk about the number one contenders, Cyclop and Damien 66, saying yes, they have an aura about him. Yes, they have James Vandenberg at ringside, but Natural Born Thrillers ain't going to be scared. They aren't going to slow down. They will continue their reign as tag team champions for a 43. Next, for a 54, Mike Sanders comes out and is furious about last week, saying Shane screwed him by having him go against someone he didn't even know was a part of WCW. So he demands a match right now. And coming out making his debut in WCW is New Jack for a 54. The match itself gets a 38, where New Jack defeats Mike Sanders in 5 minutes 23 by pinfall with a diving splash. 54 from New Jack. It was not too bad actually, and a 29 from Mike Sanders. It was under a wild brawl, so maybe that's why Mike Sanders was probably a little bit further down actually. But 54 from New Jack. Be interested to see how he's in a normal match as well actually. 38, not great. Next, for a 44, backstage with Christopher Daniels talking about his win last week over David Boy Smith, and how his path is slowly forming, slowly guiding WCW in the right direction, where Christopher Daniels will come out of it shining. Just a nice little promo from Daniels. Get him on the mic. I think he's really good on the mic. I like him. So let's continue that all together as well. Next. 21. I didn't put it on Call the Crowd. Oh, no. where Romeo and Skipper defeat Jason Jett and Lash Luru in 5 minutes 29 when Skipper pins Jason Jett with the overdrive for 21. 29 from Lash, 37 from Jason Jett, was not too bad. 41 from Elite Skipper, and a 35 from Kid Romeo. I should have put this on Cooler Crowd because I didn't. Ah, what a dum-dum. What an absolute dum-dum. It is too late now. Well. Next. 31. Oh, no! Kiwi and Paisley comes out. Kiwi starts talking about how in different ways why WCW need this update, this new style. But before he can finish what he's saying, the lights go out, and when they come back on, Vampiro is standing behind Kiwi and Paisley. Paisley turns around. She's the first one to see Vampiro, screams and goes rolling out the ring. Kiwi, kind of a bit unsure, turns around, and he realizes who it is. He takes a couple of shots, bam, a couple of punches, and then takes the Michinoku driver to what I did not know. Apparently, it's called Nail in the Coffin. Well, you know, so I might change that in this thing. I probably won't, to be honest with you, but at least we know what the move is for a 31. Next, 63, and the disinterested man. 63 is really good as well. Backstage, Jeremy Borash interviews Rob Van Dam, asks him about what his thoughts are on Kurt Hennig's comments last week. Obviously, he says he doesn't take him to heart because Hennig doesn't know how hard he has worked and how much he's put his body through for the world around, how much damage he's taken, and that is something he's going to carry on to do to show that he is the whole damn show for his 63. Just kind of really putting forward what the difference is between these two guys. Looks like they've got the same background behind them as well. That's quite funny. 63, pretty good. Hopefully that will help out. Next, 36, where Chris Candido defeats Johnny B. Bad, returning but not really getting a big thing about it. In 7 minutes of 35 by pinfall with a diving headbutt. That key for the reason of 42. 48 from Chris Candido. Just giving Candido a win. Bollocks. But let's go post-match for a 46. What's a little bit better? Where Chris Candido grabs the mic and once again starts talking down about Davey Boy Smith. But this time, Davey Boy Smith comes charging out. Candido sees him and manages to roll out ring before Davey Boy Smith can get him. And once again, it might seem like Chris Candido is maybe a step ahead of Davey Boy Smith. 46. I hope this doesn't last for so much longer. This can last for ages, apparently. So we'll see how that goes. Next. 39, backstage with Mark Drake, Sean Stacey, and Stacey Keebler. They talk about PG James feeling, saying they got lucky to get to the final of the gauntlet match at Bash of the Beach, but they are old, useless, and not even a proper team. So how are they going to have any sort of chance against a younger, hungrier, faster, stronger team than Mark Drindrag and Sean Stasiak? Just again, kind of them talking about why they think they're better than them, not really saying too much why they stopped and why they I think it's quite obvious, you know, they beat them, so it's quite obvious why they stopped them. I don't think it needs too much more addressing than that, to be honest with you. Next, 32, no. Oh, I was trying to go to the crowd, it made it even worse, no. Air Raid defeat 3 count in 4 minutes 58 when AJ Styles pinned Shannon Moore with the spiral tap. 32, 54 from AJ Styles, 37 from Price, 42 from Shannon Moore, and 48 from Evan Courageous. Just a nice little match altogether. It was supposed to calm the crowd, but absolutely did not do that at all because that's already happened. So should have thought about that, and I just did it because I thought, yeah, that's about the right place there. It seems like the right sort of match. But no. What a dum-dum. What an absolute dum-dum. Next. Dead 51. Road Warriors backstage talk about how they're unsure about the future and how they don't know where they are on the ladder, but they're going to climb it no matter what because they will work their way up. Just getting the Road Warriors. Let's just get them on. Let's just get them on, sort of thing. Let's give them a promo. That's fine. They will just do a promo, and that will work. Next. 58. Unclear. Means we're slowly going up. DDP comes out charging to the ring and starts talking how he thought he was done with Kenyon, but yet again, Canyon costs him another opportunity. So he demands Canyon to come out right now. And Canyon does, but doesn't enter the ring. Canyon talks about how this isn't over, how this might not ever be over between these two. But at this moment in time, they need one more match. As it is 1-1. Canyon won the first one by a quick roll up. DDP won the hardcore match with the diamond collar using the chair. So Canyon puts forward the challenge. They have one more match at the crowd control pay-per-view, and of course DDP accepts. Only getting to 58. Well, not happy with that, but maybe because of that, that hasn't really helped a lot. But these two setting up another match, maybe the last match for a while. Next, 40. Backstage, Jeremy Borash interviews Davey Boy Smith about Chris Candido, but Davey grabs the mic and is furious about Candido, demands that he has a match with him soon. He just throws down the mic and walks off, showing that Chris Candido's really got into the headspace of Davey Boy Smith during this rivalry. Then we go to our main event that gets a 63. It's not too bad. Booker T defeating Mike Awesome, of course, in 13 minutes 46 with the scissors kick. 65 from Booker T and 57 from Mike Awesome. Nice, easy match, but we go post-match for a 54. You're joking me. Where Lance Storm comes sliding in, trying to hit Booker with a super kick, but Booker moves out the way, goes for a bookend, but Storm manages to elbow his way out of it. Booker takes that. Storm takes Booker down, going for that single Les Boston Crab. Booker manages to push Lance Storm off, and as Lance Storm kind of comes on Booker T, big kick, hypes it up, runs off for that scissors kick, but Lance Storm just rolls out of the ring at the last minute, managing to get away for a 60. Yay. Yay. Fuck, man. Oh, these ratings are going down. This ratings are going down. Maybe I need to really think what I'm doing in these next load of shows. But I'm thinking it's not bad. Like, get to the next year, get to 2002, and then hopefully things will I can kind of sort things out and think about who's staying around, who's going, stuff like that. It's trying to build people, like build the right people and get them, because at this sort of time I can start building Daniels up, like he makes sense and stuff like that. Like bringing someone like Johnny B. Bad, who I originally thought was going to have a bit more pop and be at least recognizable, but no, I was wrong. Maybe think about using people a little bit wiser and stuff. That's fine. That is food for thought and hopefully just things to do. But some of these stories, I think they're going all right. I'm actually quite enjoying Mike Sanders at the minute and Vader. The little silly things with them. Shane Helms, Billy Kidman with the to Jerry. Booker T just being that champ. RVD and Kurt Hennig, I'm quite excited to book as well. I think that'll be quite a fun storyline to do. A little bit different about how it's happening. But that is the episode. I hope you enjoyed. Just kind of quickly went through this one because just to get it for a little bit. I don't think a lot of the segments needed talking about, sort of thing. I think it was quite easy for you to kind of understand. It was a very moving things along because I've got quite a lot of episodes between the last pay per view and this next pay per view. So I need to do a lot of little. I need to do little things again before we can do the big things to make sure we get to we can get to the pay per view. Do you know what I mean? Because I can't do too many of the main points before the pay per view, and then I've just got a week or two spare of doing fucking nothing. So I need to make sure I do little things leading up to that. So this is kind of one of those episodes where I'm just leading into bigger things, hopefully. But I hope you enjoyed. See you in the next episode. Goodbye for now.